Hey everybody, it's Raleigh from Wine Spectrum. Today you're going to be hearing a little bit from Ken Bernards of Tournesol Winery. He's going to tell you a little bit about their vineyards and original thought process behind how and why it was planted the way it was. But first, let me tell you a little bit about this awesome winery. So back in 1998, Bob and Ann Arns purchased 15 acres in a small area of Napa Valley known as Coombsville. This property was the beginning of what would later become Tournesol Winery. A year later, they hired Mary Hall, who is now with Harlan Estate, to plant a mix of Bordeaux varietals with an effort to focus on creating an estate-only organic bottling program. When it came time to name their winery, the name they had hoped for, Arns, after their last name, was already taken. So, after taking some time to come up with the perfect winery name, the family finally agreed on Tournesol. Tournesol means sunflower in French, and Anne liked the name because it generated images of the style of wine they wanted to create, along with symbolizing the ecological connection to the land they were going for. So now that you know a little bit more about their background, here is their winemaker, Ken Bernards, talking to us at our tasting.
The original concept was, let's plant the 5 Bordeaux varieties in, and basically make a blend in the field that corresponds to what the final blend will be. So it's not a field blend in terms of all mixed up stuff, but there's a block, there's a block of Malbec, a block of Petit Verdot, a block of Cabernet Franc, Cabernet, and Merlot. And so that was the theory. And it took me about one vintage to work with it to realize that you can never really nail your perfect blend by conceptualizing it ahead of time and planning it in the field. The different blocks produce different amounts year to year, etc. And so I'm not one to leave things to default. I actually want to blend the wine. I think the vineyard really separated out with regard to not only the varietals but different parts of the vineyard, and we ended up taking that concept and turning it into 2 wines. So this kind of sits on, this is east that way, west that way, sits on a little bit of a hill, and gets really rocky volcanic on this side. And as you go to the east, even though it's a very small vineyard, it gets soils are a little deeper and a little lusher. The Cabernet comes from this really rocky, red kind of lava rock area. The blend is a little softer, it comes from a little bit deeper soil here. And then this is more volcanic ash over in this side of the vineyard, which is quite different than the original block. And it's a little spicier. So there's some really nice tools for me to play with, not only with varietals, but with soil types in this very small 15-acre property.